Hey guys, my name's Sarah Cush. Welcome to your Weight Management Jumpstart. Congrats on taking the first step to a healthier, happier you. Okay, we made it to workout number 3, which is amazing. And today we're gonna be focusing on strength and why it is so important. One thing I wanna tell you in the beginning is that I am going to add some hand weights into this workout. If you don't feel like you're quite there yet, or you wanna understand the movements in your body before you pick up any weights, or if you don't have weights, you can use water bottle, soup can, something around your house that is the same weight in each hand. But I want you to know that I 100% approve of you feeling everything out in your body before you add any additional weight. Totally cool. So let's start getting warmed up, and I want to talk to you about why strength is absolutely crucial in any weight loss management for a long-term strategy. Just start swinging your leg out. So again, we're working on the balance, which I told you before is really important. So just give me a little bit of movement. So strength training, why is it so important? I'm sure some of you know. One is for bone density. As we age, we start to lose bone density. The cardio helps, but the weights are really, really important for keeping those bones strong and healthy. All right, shake it out. Switch sides. Also, strength or resistance training, whether it's with your body weight or you're adding any equipment, is also extremely important in building lean muscle mass. Just let it swing out a little bit more. The more muscle you have, the overall more calories you burn all day. Okay, just kind of shake it out. Also, as we age, we start to lose muscle mass, which means it's gonna make our metabolism slow down. So if we stay with it and we continue to strength train, then we're gonna be one up in the game, right? Squat down, tap back. We're gonna be one up on our metabolism. Because if we're losing it, the muscle, we gotta put it back in, right? Tap back. So today, I'm gonna add some hand weights. If you feel like you're ready to go there, but you don't have any, you could use some soup cans, water's a bottle, something that is the same size in each hand. But I 100% encourage you, if you're not ready and you just wanna feel the moves out in your body for now, that's great. I would much rather have you err on the side of caution rather than doing too much too soon. Just give me a few more seconds here. And then let's just pause. We're gonna do some leg raises, some lateral raises to the side. Come out. Just go slowly. Maybe you need a chair or something. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's a really great thing. You can play this again and you can practice it. That's awesome. That's all you have to do. Click it, that's it. Okay, switch sides. So I know you remember by the third one in how important this warm-up is for preparing your muscles and your tissues. So as I kind of touched on before, the more lean muscle mass you have, the more calories actually overall you're burning throughout the day. So the combination of the weight training and the cardio, it's really like a really good recipe for weight management. Shake it out, arms forward, squeeze your shoulder blades together. So for weight management and also keeping your body strong and healthy, and also fights off heart disease, diabetes, all kinds of benefits. So this is really no joke. We gotta do this. We gotta do this together. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Reach your arms up, pull down. One more move, and then we're gonna get into the workout. Pull down. So, we did a static lunge before. We did a lunge in place. Now we're gonna step back. So, make sure there's nothing behind you. You're gonna step back. Remember, the leg that is back is to assist you. The front leg is the one that's working. You're gonna push through that front heel, you're gonna stand back up, and then you're gonna alternate. So let's just go about 30 seconds here. Step back. If you have any knee issues or you're just feeling like you're not quite ready for this movement, you can just do the tap back. And when we get weights in our hands, I'll show you another option. But if you're able, I would like you to step back. Make sure you push through your heel. A lot of people, I hear them talking about how lunges and when they bend their knee, they feel pain. Well, sometimes that happens. Sometimes we have an injury, but sometimes it's the way that we're doing it and it's our form. So the first thing that we can do to start eliminating some things is we can make sure that we're doing it properly, right? So if we know we're doing everything right and something's still off, then it's further investigation, right? So step one. Okay, so a few more step backs, and then I want to get you guys moving and teach you some more stuff so you can get excited. Okay, let's shake it out. So if you're going to incorporate the weights, you just need one. Otherwise, if you're unsure, please, because again, you can always play this over. We're going to be doing a standing crunch from overhead. I'm going to grab my weight. I'm going to come overhead. I'm going to pull down, and I'm going to contract in my abs just like I taught you in the last couple videos. So we're coming up and we're pulling down. So I'm going to keep you moving like in the cardio one. We're going to do about a minute of each move. We're not going to be crazy strict because I'm more concerned with teaching you form and making sure you're understanding the process than just clock watching, okay? So, but it will be about a minute. I promise I won't take you longer than a minute in the move, okay? So pull down, contract your abs. So this is a standing crunch, but you're also getting triceps and lats. Give me a few more. And then we're gonna keep this one weight for the next move, unless you're not using one, obviously. Pull down, contract, and last one. So you're gonna hold the weight at your chest or just your hands clasped together, and we're gonna chop down. So remember in the cardio, when I had you elbowing back, you'll notice how I'm strategically giving you moves to implement in your other workouts. It's building blocks, and you'll see a lot of these, whether it's me or somebody else. So side to side, you don't wanna whip the weight around. You are in control of the weight. The weight doesn't control you. What you're doing is contracting and contracting. This is awesome core work. You're also getting some shoulders. Try to breathe out. So if you are choosing to use the weights, when we finish this move right here, you're gonna have to grab your other one because we're gonna put it in the next move. I wanted to give you guys a really strong core workout today. So every move we do, we're working other parts of your body, but really your core, just give me a couple more, is gonna be one of the big powerhouses, okay? This area, your hips, your glutes, grab the other weight if you're using it. All of that is gonna power you and propel you and give you more endurance and strength and keep your spine safe. So we're gonna do a standing side crunch for your obliques and a curl. That's it. So if you're not using the weights, just maybe make a fist. So you're here, down, alternating. But what you're focusing on is contracting in this oblique. You can hear me breathing out. And lean into it. Don't try to overdo it. This isn't a big, huge side bend. This isn't for a stretch. Just contract, contract, contract. And you're also getting biceps. So curl it in, curl it in. We're gonna keep both of these weights for the next move. We're gonna get into some upper back work. Contract. You guys are doing awesome. I'm really proud of you for taking these steps. It's simple, but it's not easy. You just have to do it. But it's really a mind over matter thing, which is why this program is gonna be so effective for you, because I'm really gonna teach you and talk to you about the importance of forming those habits. It's not just about doing the workout, it's not just about eating right, because a lot of times that stuff fails, and what sticks are the habits. Okay, let's finish this one up, and then we're going to do a reverse fly. You're gonna need to get back to that hip hinge that we've talked about so many times. So hinge, keep the weights a little bit below chest. There's so many different variations. I'm sure you've seen some of them, but today we're gonna do this one. you squeeze your shoulder blades together. You could also single it out if that feels a little bit safer to start, but otherwise you've got that hinge, and then you're contracting your shoulder blades together. Try not to use momentum, and what I mean by that is thrusting upward. Make your upper back and your core do the work. Whenever you're having to like thrust your body, it probably means that your weights are too heavy, or it could just be a habit. But I'm here to tell you, you're gonna get more core work and it's more effective in your upper back if you actually let the area that we're working do a majority of the work, in addition to right now we're doing a lot of core and along your spine. Just make sure you're really squeezing your shoulder blades. You have a couple more seconds. We're gonna do a little bit more of a complex move next. And the reason I'm putting this in, even though we're beginners and we're just learning about things here, or maybe you're getting back into it and you know it, but you need a refresher. Even if it's a bit much for now, okay, let's shake it out. Doing combinations of upper and lower body work, the complex moves, if you can start to incorporate them. So let's step back, just like in the warm-up. They're really effective. They're very dynamic, and you also get more bang for your buck. You start to get a little bit of cardio, and you're getting strength at the same time. Step back. Okay, I want you to start adding a curl. As you come back, curl. If you've never done a movement like this before, other than in the warm-up, set those weights down. Don't use them at all if you need to. Make sure you're still able to focus and concentrate on pushing through that heel, because in this move, that's actually the most important thing, is stepping back lightly and putting that power all through your heel so it translates all the way up through your glute. You get lots of power from your glutes and your hip area. Give me a couple more. Nice job. We're gonna go into the deadlift, which I taught you in the very first video without any weights. So it's that hip hinge again. Come down slowly. Let your knees bend a little bit so your knees are not gonna lock. Hinge, flat back, push through your heels, tuck till your hips get right under your shoulders. So let's do this together. Hinge, and then up. So I want you to be cautious and be careful, but I don't want you to overthink this. Sometimes when I'm teaching this in class or one-on-one, and I say, tuck your hips forward, people get kind of nervous and they kind of start to thrust forward. You don't have to overdo it, okay? You don't have to overdo it. Just make sure your knees are soft, that at the top you're engaging your glutes, hips forward and up. So some of us have really tight hamstrings, or maybe we've had an injury in our lower back, which oftentimes is due to inactivity and not having a strong core. But luckily, you're getting educated and worked right now, so it's all gonna fall into place for you if that was you. Hinge, bring it up. Just give me a couple more. Okay, ready to move on? I know, it's a lot. You have a few more. We're almost done though. So you're gonna step it out. I also taught you that wider stance of a squat. We're going to do a sumo squat. So your toes are gonna slightly point out. Your chest is gonna be up. If you are completely new, I would really recommend not using the weights. We're gonna come down. We're gonna do a hammer curl. So it's a little different than what we were doing before. And then we're gonna press up overhead. So this is one of those combos. So down, curl, and press. Bring it down, curl, and press. So push through the heels. As you bring your arms overhead, again, please, I urge you, if you've never done a move like this before or pushed weights overhead, please just use your body, okay? So you should be letting the biceps sit right by your ears, come back down, curl, press. So anytime you have a weight over your head, it's a perfect opportunity to work your core. Think outside of the shoulder press right now. You're not just pressing for strong, healthy shoulders, You're also getting a lot of core work and upper back in this move. Let's not forget about the lower body. What's going on there? Feels good, right? A couple more. If you're feeling it really catching up to you in your knees, lower back, or anything, you can just keep it right here to the curl. That's okay. All right, let's finish that one up, and we're gonna work on a lateral raise, a little bit more shoulders. So any workout you do, you wanna make sure it's balanced out. So what I'm giving you today, I'm making sure that 360 of your body is completely balanced out. You can single it out if you need to. Otherwise, we're gonna double it up. You wanna keep a slightly soft elbow. You don't wanna lock them. And you're only gonna bring them up to just about below shoulder height. You're not gonna try and come all the way up here. So you should feel it working. Keep moving. I'm gonna stop myself for a second. You should be feeling it working in this area, not up in here, okay? So a few more seconds. And the last two moves, I'm gonna give you a standing option and a floor option. If you're able to easily get up and down off of the floor, it's an okay choice for you. If it's challenging, I'm starting to feel these. Can we just a couple more? If it's challenging to get up and down, fine, I got you. You're gonna stay standing, it's all good. We're gonna use the basic same muscle groups. Okay, let's put our weights down. You're not gonna need them again, okay? So, if you're choosing to stand, you're gonna need a wall. If you don't wanna walk away from here and there's nothing close, be creative, use your mind. Pretend there's a wall right here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna press your back into that wall, and you're gonna contract your core, and you're gonna hold it, okay? The whole time that we're down here, right? You got it? You guys can do that, right? Okay, if you're coming down to the floor, you're gonna be flat on your back. I'm gonna give you a couple of variations. As soon as we get into the movement, it's gonna be about a minute, okay? So you people that are standing up, just hang tight just for a second. Maybe step side to side, keep some movement going in your body, right? Pick one of those cardio moves, pull a little interval in. So lay flat on your back if you're going on the ground. Take your legs up to a 90-degree, like tabletop, arms down to the sides. Press your lower back and your hips into the mat. Option one is here. Two, you could put both heels down. If this is an area that you feel like you kind of excel in, you could put your legs up straight or even slightly bent, single the leg out or double it up. Choose whatever you're doing, and let's start right now. So choose an option. If you're doubling up, you better be sure that your lower back is ready for it. I suggest starting with the single heel tap, especially if you've never done this before. If this feels easy, after about 10 seconds, say, okay, I'm gonna go slowly and take it down, bring it back up. As you come up, you should be really pressing your back in and contracting in your abs. Give me a few more seconds, and how are you guys standing up doing? You're fine? Okay, you're still contracting, I know. If you need to take a little bit of a break, take a little breather and then come back into it. It burns more than you thought it would, right? And you're just pressing against a wall or an imaginary wall, whatever is happening for you. Just a few more seconds. And let's take a little bit of a breather. There's two options again. So go ahead and take it seated if you were on the ground. If you're standing, watch me right now. We're gonna do a plank down on the ground, but if you need to stay standing, you're gonna put your hands behind your head and you're gonna give me a nice, slow cross crunch, or even here if you need to, all right? So we're gonna do about 45 seconds. So if you're standing, that is your option. I've taught you how to engage standing in your core and your abdomen. You know what to do, I know you do. Don't pretend you don't. If you're on the mat, you feel able to do this. Elbows are directly under your shoulders. You can do it on your knees. You could do it on your toes. Completely up to you. Go ahead and start, and then I'm gonna talk about some form. You wanna make sure that your elbows are directly under your shoulders. You're engaging in that upper back that I've taught you about so much. In these 3 short lessons, you've learned so much about engaging in your upper back. Down in these side muscles here, Hang in there. If you're up in a full plank, put your knees down if you need to. If you're standing, hang in there. Keep your little side crunches. So we're holding. I think planks are extremely effective and they're a full body move. But don't feel discouraged or let that make you feel bad if you're somebody who's standing, because everybody's different and everybody needs something different. It's not to say that because you're standing, you're not gonna be as successful as somebody else. They're different. I find value in both of them. So if you're in the plank, slowly come down. We're all gonna stand up together. How are you guys feeling? I get a little serious in the strength. It's really, because it's really important to have good form. And it's just such a key component to this whole weight loss series, is making sure that we're implementing that strength and resistance. So you guys, you did awesome. We get to stretch. Cool? So pick a leg, take it back, just about like a hip distance apart, but in the back way. Does that make sense? You guys got that? So step it back and then tuck your hip forward. So you're gonna give me just a little bit of a tuck. So you're not in a lunge. I'm not trying to make you work here, don't worry, okay? It's just a little step back and then, the hip forward. And then if you can, reach up and over. So you should feel a nice stretch right here. If you're not, make sure that hip is really tucked, or maybe you're someone who can step back a little further. Just make sure that you are maintaining your balance through that front heel. So reach up and over. And generally speaking, if you're doing a stretch on your own, sometimes we just wanna run off after we have done a workout, switch sides. That is not a good thing to do. Generally speaking, you should hold the stretch about like 30-ish seconds. So reach up and over. And I did state before that there are other videos and there are other ways other than stretching, myofascial release, which is foam rolling, some type of self-massage. Okay, step up, clasp your hands together, push your chest out. So you might be feeling those shoulders right now as you're stretching, which is good. It feels good to have your muscles feel awake, doesn't it? I recently worked with somebody and he sent me a text and he said, "Thank you for making me feel awake again." And I had actually never had somebody say that to me, open up. And it may seem like nothing to you, but it was really powerful to me. I mean, obviously he's been living, but he said, "Thank you for making me feel awake." I thought that really made like my month. So push your palms out, breathe in. It's true though, it makes you feel alive, it makes you feel awake. And it's not just about aesthetics. I know this is a weight loss series, but it needs to come from a deeper place within, or it's not gonna stick. That's what forming those habits are about. Let's do one more and then I'll let you out of here. Back to that quad stretch. Well, we gotta do one more. I haven't taught you the IT band stretch yet. That's really important. Switch sides. We'll speed it on this one. And you might have thought that was so fun you want to do it over again. I thought so. Okay, take it down. Use a wall or a chair if your balance is great. More power to you. Take your leg across. Some days my balance is excellent on this. Some days I fall over, and it's true. Switch sides. So this IT band right here, this area, this is responsible for sometimes some pain in the knee and in the hip if it gets too tight. So this is a really important one to stretch out. Awesome job, you guys. Look what you're doing for yourself. You're 3 workouts in, and you are building a foundation and setting yourself up for long-term success. I'm so proud of you. Be on the lookout for some suggestions where to take this next. I look forward to hearing from you and working out with you again soon.